I will make fun of babies. I will make fun of the guests. I have super dark humor. I'm gonna edit that out. Hi guys, welcome. Very first episode. Super, super excited. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Raven. This is kind of like my little studio area for my pod. Super excited because I've been wanting to do a podcast since 2020, kind of like when everybody's been wanting to do a podcast, and it's already been 5 years. So let's kind of take this seriously and let's like get into it. So let me just kind of start off with how this podcast is going to go. For those of you that just hopped on to the pod, it's really going to be like a lifestyle podcast. And it's going to be where I just want to have like guests, like family and friends come on, people that I've met throughout my life come on. And I just want to have them talk about their experiences, who they are, like how they're navigating through life. Maybe if they have a business, shout that business out. And we're also going to get into like segments about this podcast. And some of the segments are going to be cool, like trivia. I'm really into Reddit, so I want to do like a Reddit story. But before we get into that, let me kind of introduce myself. I'm Native American, born and raised here in Texas, here in the 210. I guess I would say I still like being active in my life, so I enjoy volleyball. I kind of got into like that's one of my hobbies. I kind of got into the volleyball community maybe like 2 years ago or so. I got into the volleyball community maybe 2 years or so. And I actually got into the volleyball community because of my friend Eli. About Eli, he became a very close friend of mine. We worked together. We used to work together. I was going through a breakup at the time, and I was feeling kind of bad, and I didn't know what to do. And one day he invited me out to volleyball. And when he invited me out to volleyball, it just kind of like stuck with me. And I was bad the very first game. I was super, super bad. I remember like nobody wanted me to play on their team. Like, you know how you know when you're pretty bad and nobody wants to pick you? That's exactly the vibe that it was. Like, I was pretty bad to where nobody wanted to pick me, but I think they liked my personality because I was very spirited, I guess, and passionate. Like, when I'm on the court, I yell. I yell a lot. And I think they kind of like that. And so the guy who owns the facility kind of invited me back next week, and I was just getting better, and then he invited me back and back and back, and that's how I got into volleyball. And I really enjoy that to the point where I started to get into sand volleyball. And sand volleyball was really, really fun. And then I started to get into grass volleyball. For those of you that don't know, it's like sand, grass, and indoor. They're all the same game, right? It's all the same game, except the rules are slightly different and the game play is different. Like, I think sand is a little slower and more IQ based. Indoor is an extremely fast game, and then grass is a little faster than sand. But I really enjoy grass. Like, I really enjoy it. I play like barefoot in grass. I don't know, something about it. It just, for me, it works better. Some people have their shoes, but I do barefoot and I enjoy that. So I play a lot of volleyball. That's how I met a lot of friends. I really enjoy the gym. Like, that's a hobby of mine. I don't know necessarily if it's a hobby, but I guess maybe more of a lifestyle now. Take it pretty seriously. Like, I count my calories, I count my macros. I always check to see my protein intake. I have an app that calculates everything for me. I meal prep. Yeah, for sure, I'm a gym girly. I kind of, again, I guess when 2020 hit, I wanted to have new hobbies, and I kind of felt like I think that's when everybody just felt so enclosed. I guess they just wanted to find new things to do, and the gym was really something that I found new to do. I had like an at-home gym. I bought dumbbells and everything, and that's when my journey of working out really kind of took off for me. It started in my mom's garage. She still has all my equipment there. I hope she's using it. I hope you're using it. Like, I bought dumbbells, I bought kettlebells, I bought a dumbbell stand for them to like all sit on. I was taking it pretty seriously. I bought like I guess that beach body. I bought that beach body and I started taking that seriously, and I lost a lot of pounds. And then from then on, when commercial gyms started opening up, I went to a commercial gym and I started doing like heavy glute days. And that's when I really started seeing a difference. I think working out definitely benefits your health. And I think it's like I work out, yes, it benefits my health, but I also work out because I want to be there for my children when I get older. Like, I don't want my kids to outrun me. Like, I want to show them that I am very healthy. I can keep up with them. Their mom still has it. But I think for people starting out, like I was very nervous, and I think social media has to play with this. Like going into the gym, I was the very first time I was a little hesitant because on social media you see a lot of these videos that are either super, super good in terms of gym culture or super, super bad gym culture. And it was like the bad gym culture. It's like somebody's recording and somebody kicks the phone and then it becomes a huge argument and stuff like that. And then there's really good gym culture where it's like everybody's gathered around and everybody's clapping for you. Like I know people when they get in there are super shy. And even though if it's really good gym culture and people are clapping, I know some people don't want that attention. It's not it's not like that at all. Like the gym that I go to is Gold's, and I think it's a smaller Gold's, but I don't like have a problem with it. People are recording, but everybody minds their own business. Everybody's super kind. Like, it's really like you're in there and people are minding their business. And that's what I really enjoy. And I think you just need to find the gym that works for you. Like there are some gyms that are 24 hours and maybe that works better for you if you are like a night owl and you want to work later in the night. Or if you like a mom and pop gym, there's gyms like that out there. I think starting your fitness journey, I think you need to kind of find what gym will work for you. Maybe it's a home gym, that's how I started, just the home gym. But I really enjoy the gym. Like that's a hobby. Like I enjoy the feeling that it gives me after a really good pump. And you can see the pump, which is crazy. That's also why I enjoy it. So I play volleyball. I go to the gym. I have a dog. His name is Louie. Sometimes you'll see him come in and out of the shot. I'm not going to put him up just because I'm doing a podcast. Like, I got him when I was younger. I got him kind of when my grandparents passed away and I wasn't really coping with it well. And I remember my friend, she was having puppies and she told me to come over and pick one out. And at first I was hesitant because I was living with my aunt at the time and she had two rules: no animals and no boys. She only had two rules. Super easy to follow. Okay. And then I get to my friend's house. I'm looking at these dogs and, they all run up to me, but there's this one little dog. There's this one little dog in the corner. And like I see his little eyes and then he walks slow to me. He walks slow to me and then he puts his little head on my foot. And that's when I kind of knew, I think this one is the one. This is my dog. This is my dog. So I got him when he was like 12 weeks. I took him home. I hid him from my aunt. I hid him from my aunt for a while. I think it was like 8 days. It was a week for sure. I feel so bad I did that. Don't ever do that. But I hid him for a while and then once she found out, like I told her the reason why, we came to an agreement and she fell in love with him ever since as well. So this June he'll be 9. So he is a senior, but I hope I have a couple more years with him. I look forward to it. He loves the water. He loves chasing squirrels. Yeah, that's something about me that I thought I should share, that I have a dog. I like to hike. I like to be outside. I'm also in a flag football league, which is pretty cool. Like, I never thought that I would enjoy football like that, but I really enjoy football like that. We play on Tuesdays. I play with a bunch of people again that I met from work. It's super cool. But yeah, that's a little snippet about me. I have very dark humor, so if on the pod you hear me say something out of pocket, most likely it is out of pocket. And it's just because I have dark humor. So take nothing I say seriously. Okay, so let's talk about this podcast. So this podcast is going to be a lifestyle podcast like I talked about before. It's going to kind of introduce the guests that we have. I have a co-host. Her name is Michaela. Shout out Mick. I just thought I would do the first episode alone and kind of talk to you about me. And then the second episode, we'll kind of introduce her and we'll talk about her. But I will have a co-host. I think we just bounce really well off each other. And so that's why I asked her. This podcast is going to bring on like individuals we talked about, family, friends, etc. And I want to talk to them about their life. I want to get to know them a little more. I want to ask them hypotheticals. I want this podcast to kind of be like a Club Shay Shay podcast. For those of you that don't know, you should go take a look at that podcast. He's really good. And I really enjoy like the questions that he like asked his guests and stuff. Because he does the same thing. Like his podcast is just getting to know them. And I think that's kind of what I want like our podcast to be about, just getting to know them and their life and what they've been through and what experiences they can pass on through what we talk about. So I want to also have segments like we're going to have a trivia segment. It's not going to be like crazy trivia like Jeopardy, but it's going to be trivia. Like I remember when I was young, I used to watch that Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And I thought I was smarter than a fifth grader until they had questions that you could ask me and I would not know. I would not know the answer to the question. I want to bring that back because it's just a childhood like core memory that I have because I remember sitting there with my family saying, "Mom, I don't remember learning this." And then all of a sudden these fifth graders are answering these questions and I really thought they got fifth graders, fourth graders, third graders, etc., that their IQ was just shot through the roof because some of those questions made me feel so dumb. And I didn't do like a trivia segment like that. I want to do a Reddit story. I'm super into Reddit. So I just kind of like, I read it every day and it's just the amount of information you can get on Reddit is it can either be very beneficial or it's just kind of like, how did I get here? But I want to read the Reddit stories. And then I ask a lot of hypotheticals. So I'll probably ask a lot of hypotheticals, and a lot of them will be out of pocket. Like the other day, I asked my bartender, and maybe I'll ask the next guest this. But like the other day, I asked my bartender if they go into a bar and they order a drink and it was the last seat that was at the bar and they're sitting next to somebody and they end up sitting next to somebody who they think is like a 10 out of 10 perfect being for them, whatever that looks like to them, right? And they have great conversation, but that person has to go to the restroom. So they get down, they go to the restroom, and you notice that they're a little person. What are you doing? You gonna continue the conversation? Like, I want to know hypothetically in that situation what you're gonna do. I think I want to ask questions like that. And of course, I'm going to give you my answer too. I don't ever ask questions that I wouldn't answer myself. So we're going to ask questions like that. And then I just want to ask more questions just to get to know them. Like, I have them written down, but questions like, how do they feel about, flat earthers? Or what is the biggest L they've ever taken? Like questions like that. I'm super excited for this podcast. I hope y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever is the things that people say. But that's really what my podcast is going to be about. Alrighty, guys. To family and friends, I hope y'all watch this. I hope y'all enjoy it. To the people that have just logged on and seem interested in this, I hope you continue to be interested. But I will see y'all next week. And make sure y'all go to the gym. All right. Bye.